Welcome to the sixth in a series of podcasts brought to you by Physical and Health Education Canada that outlines important education principles that support teachers to foster the development of physical literacy among students. My name is Ishan Angra, and I will be the host for today's podcast. The podcast was developed by the Centre for Healthy Development through Sport and Physical Activity at Brock University, located in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, in conjunction with PHE Canada and Sport Canada. Individuals who are physically literate move with competence in a wide variety of physical activities that benefit the development of the whole person. Quality physical education programs provide one of the most effective ways to foster the development of physical literacy amongst children and youth. Over the past few months, we have been examining various teaching strategies that educators should consider when fostering the development of physical literacy amongst their students. Using the acronym EDUCATION, we have examined one teaching strategy per podcast that highlights important pedagogical strategies that can help teachers implement a quality physical education program with physical literacy in mind. In today's podcast, the T in education will be our focus. In the education acronym, the T stands for Totality. In order to foster a physically literate student, it is important to develop total body fitness. This includes providing a wide range of fitness activities that support the development of endurance, strength, and flexibility. Activities can include games, dance, gymnastics, swimming, or resistance exercises, all with the focus of total body fitness. Physical fitness is defined as well-being, a set of attributes, primarily respiratory and cardiovascular, relating to the ability to perform tasks requiring the expenditure of energy. Physical fitness is comprised of health-related and performance-related components. Health-related components are those that are related to how well the systems of your body work and include body composition, cardiorespiratory endurance, muscular strength, and muscular flexibility. Performance-related components are those aspects of fitness which form the basis for successful sports participation and include power, agility, speed, balance, and reaction time. Physical education in schools is integral to the promotion of physical fitness for children and youth, and is being looked upon for its potential in developing physically literate children who lead healthy and active lives. For students to achieve enhanced fitness, they need to develop the knowledge, skills, and attitudes to be physically active on a daily basis. In their two-part series on emerging trends in physical fitness development, Dr. Joni Hallis and Dr. Greg Gannon from the University of Manitoba and Carmina Ng from the University of Toronto argue the need for a shift in how fitness is presented to students within physical education classes. They state that there needs to be a shift in emphasis away from primarily outcome-based measures of fitness, such as fitness test scores, to a focus on just being physically active and understanding why that is important. Hallis and Gannon outlined 7 specific factors that influence physical fitness and how they can be used and assessed in the physical education classroom. These factors include the influence of genetics on standard physical fitness scores, the dose-response relationship of physical activity and physical fitness, the principle of individuality, the principle of diminishing returns, the principle of specificity, the principle of reversibility, and the relationship between activity and health. According to recent research, fitness scores for children and youth are predominantly determined by heredity and physical maturity, and not by behaviors such as physical activity, diet, or environmental factors. Physical education teachers need to therefore use caution when assessing fitness in their classrooms using traditional fitness tests. For example, the practice of using fitness norms for ranking and grading purposes or as an activity measure often results in students comparing with one another. This results in discouragement and frustration. Alternatively, students should be given information on how to interpret their personal scores and what they mean, with a focus on rewarding increased physical activity. The body's response to training is highly personal, and as a result, individuals respond differently to even the same exercises or training routines. This also means that students will respond differently to lesson plans and training programs. Students should be given the opportunity to experiment with a variety of training routines and programs to allow them to evaluate which exercises or activities influence their fitness development best. The principle of diminishing returns states that the rate of fitness improvement slows down as an individual's fitness level increases. Physical educators should therefore avoid assessments based on changes in fitness levels, as students with high initial fitness levels will see less improvement over time and be unfairly penalized. Any training benefits that an individual may attain are specific to the training methods that are being used. The same is true of fitness assessments, as each test will only provide scores that are specific to that test. For example, the fitness component of muscular endurance can be assessed with tests such as the flexed arm hang or the push-up test, and students will attain different scores on both tests. It is therefore important that teachers inform their students that there is not one single test that is a complete measure of a specific fitness component. As any training benefit is reversible, teachers need to emphasize and promote to students the need to remain consistent with physical activity. This will ensure that students both maintain and improve upon their fitness levels. Based on these factors that influence physical fitness, what should physical education classes include? The focus should be on increasing levels of physical activity. As activity levels increase in classes, so will physical fitness. To motivate students to be active, physical educators need to provide fun and diverse activities for them to participate in. As mentioned in the Enjoyment podcast, students will be more attracted to activities that they enjoy. Introducing non-traditional activities, leisure activities, and allowing for choice will engage students to be active participants in physical education classes. Finally, students need to be taught the purpose and relevance of physical activity and fitness concepts. The factors that influence physical fitness and how they affect students personally should be explained in detail. Furthermore, if fitness testing is used, the relevance and context of the results need to be explained to provide meaning. Circuit training is an excellent way of achieving total body fitness with your students. It can be done anywhere and with limited space, can be catered to fit the needs of your classes, students, or athletes regardless of athletic ability, may include music to denote station time limits and for motivation, and finally, it can allow for creativity and imagination with development of stations.
The following videos provide visual examples of the following fitness activities: triangle tag, reaction ball activities, ladders, and rock, paper, scissors football. These following activities can be used to develop physical fitness in the classroom and are a fun way to enhance total body fitness. In triangle tag, there are 4 students in a group, with 3 forming a triangle by holding hands. The 4 students' objective is to touch a person who has been chosen to be tagged from within the triangle. The triangle students are working together to protect the person who is the target. In the reaction ball activity, students work in partners, taking turns to drop the ball from shoulder height for their partner to catch after one bounce. A reaction ball is a ball that has small raised bubbles on the outside that makes it bounce in an unpredictable manner. In rock, paper, scissors football, the students form 2 teams traveling from opposing sides. One person from each team runs forward to meet their opponent and play the familiar game of rock, paper, scissors. Whoever is successful moves forward on the field to meet their next opponent, and the unsuccessful candidate returns to his or her own side to the end of the team line. The objective of this game is to successfully pass the other team's goal line. In the ladders activity, students work in teams to travel across the activity space using their classmates as human hurdles. To add variety to this activity, the instructor can change the type and pattern of locomotion. You can see in one stage of the example that the human hurdles are doing push-ups, increasing the level of difficulty and focusing on maximum participation.
The following resources provide helpful examples of fitness circuits that can be used in classes.
Here are some examples of fitness circuit activities. It should be noted that the fitness activities used in the video clips can be used independently of the circuits. Here's another example of the activity ladders, where equipment is acting as the hurdles rather than humans. In the following clips, you will see examples of partner towel pulls, towel running, plank and stack, and cone touches, presented by Temertzoglou from Thompson Publishing.
Your arms are fully raised up, good, and you're fully extended, and I've got to be fully flexed. Okay, so Lynn is going to start her first push is going to be like this. Keep your arms straight, Lynn, but push with your wrong. There you go. And then she resists me. You got to resist me a little bit. Go ahead. Beautiful. And then she's strong, not to pull herself back, right? It's just going to be all arms. I'm going to resist her a little bit, so go ahead. Both arms. You're going to resist me. Resist. You're strong, man. Resist. But you know, paper plates or these little rags you get from the dollar store for $1, right? So you lie down here. Here's the hardest one. And the kids are just sliding back and forth. You know, it's your cross-country skiing, Lynn. Sliding back and forth. But look at for a kid to do a proper push-up, they got to be able to hold a plank. But planks can get a little boring, right? So there are plank cards. So the kids hold their plank, right? That's pretty hard to do. One hand at a time. When the kids get better, extend one leg out. Stack the cups. When the kids get really good, get wide. Flat back. You guys tell me if my back isn't flat. Stack the cups. No rotation. There's no rotation in the hips. Just flat, flat, flat. How long do you go for? Thigh first. Anyone you want. I don't care which one. If you're not in neutral, you're going to tip. Your base of support is going to be a little distance away. And here's the rotation. I come down. I try to touch. Good. I come back up. It's all slow. It's not like speed, right? Nice, easy balance. One-legged squat, touch. Come back up, touch, back up, switch legs. And then you do the same rotation again.
Chapter 8 from Ted Temertzoglou's Healthy Active Living, Keep Fit, Stay Healthy, and Have Fun textbook is another invaluable resource for physical educators looking for new approaches for increasing physical activity in their classrooms. In summary, fitness plays an important role in the development of physical literacy. The focus needs to shine on the process of being physically active and being consistently active by participating in a diversity of physical activities. Tune into our next podcast, where we will explore the next strategy from our education acronym, Imagination. In that podcast, we will explore the importance of imagination in encouraging individuals or groups to generate creative solutions to various movement challenges across diverse forms of movement.